And we're back, live, 55, coming to you on 0.000.000. Not good at hers. Broadcasting from somewhere undisclosed location between San Bernardino and Ontario, LA. LA County, California. Yep, so here we go. Finally found some place to drop off that there old trailer that I hauled out from Oklahoma. Yep, finally found some place to take it. Finally found some place that would take it.
I'm on the left and his wife watched.
And so yeah. Got rid of that dang old thing off the back of my truck. And am now headed to
take the exit on the right to I-10 West, then keep right.
I'm headed to a TA that's actually a little bit further than I thought it was going to be. I was there, you know, whenever I look up these things on the old Sheila bug here, she tells me the miles at first as the crow flies. And as the crow flies, it was 30 miles to this TA, so I was like, yeah, that's not too bad. And then as I got underway, it turned into like 49 miles. So be it, whatever. It's worth going to this TA, just purely for the fact that I'll be able to get a shower out of it. Get some fuel and get a shower. And hopefully some parking. The parking would be good too. Yeah, that's probably a big part of the deal. But I am bobtailing, so finding parking shouldn't be as big of a problem as it typically is when you got a big old trailer behind you. So I guess that kind of goes without saying. So, boy, yeah, I don't know, a couple of interesting things happened when I went to go drop off that trailer, because I don't know why they didn't just send these trailers to where I dropped it off in the first place. They had us deliver, and I say us because there were so many other drivers delivering these rental trailers. And so they had us delivering them to, these like yards that were, owned and operated by other companies, not Amazon. And they were just packed, And I think, as I was mentioning in another video earlier, that guys were just dropping these trailers off wherever. And I was all about to get blocked in and all this stuff. Long story short, out of that was, the boss got on the phone with customer support, and they ended up routing me over to an actual Amazon facility. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know why they didn't just send us to their location originally, but I'm not in logistics. I'm just a driver, so there you go. But the reason why I'm saying that was because there was plenty of spaces, and slots open at that facility. And so I don't know, it is what it is, right? So there's two funny things that happened right there, and I can't remember. The second one isn't coming to my mind right now, but the first one was. So the guys, at the check-in gate, the check-in guard guys, I pull up. It's an empty. Yeah, it's empty. All right, can you go open the doors? Sure, go open the doors. And okay, good deal. All right, we got a slip for you, 510. All right, where's 510? Oh, it's right up on the right. Okay, cool. And there it was. Just a couple slots down from the entrance, So I go to do a particular kind of backing in, which is partially kind of a blindside back in and partially a straight back in, and I goofed it up. And there was a lot of trucks at the very time that I was delivering this. there was a lot of trucks coming in and picking up and dropping off trailers. So when it's like that, it can be a little hectic. So I goofed up my first trailer setup, and when I did that, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do a full U-turn, go down a ways, do another U-turn, and come back and do a setup for a regular, what's called alley dock, not blindside alley dock, but a regular driver's side alley dock. And so as I'm doing that, I'm seeing one or two bobtails who, for whatever the reason, had gone up and turned around and were coming to pick up trailers on the same line of slots that I was going to be picking them up on. And so be it. No big deal, but I'm there to drop one off. So they backed up to trailers that were like 6 or 7 slots down from the one I was going to drop from, and then the other truck was going to be hooking up to a trailer right next to the open slot where I was going to be dropping off in. So as I'm pulling up, you know, on my regular alley dock setup, you know, I came up to a point where I was blocking in 2 or 3 trucks that were in the process of hooking up trailers. Okay, and I saw that happening, so I knew I was going to eventually have to get out of their way. So then the other truck was hooking up to the one next to the slot where I was going to be dropping off a trailer. And when he went to go hook up his trailer, he didn't back up straight, just like a lazy slob. He backed in at an angle. So at this point, I couldn't set up my trailer to back into my open slot. Like the way he parked in, the way he backed up to his trailer was blocking my slot partially, so I couldn't set up. So I ended up having to sit there. I pulled my parking brake and wait for this guy to, you know, lazily hook up his trailer. So I'm just gonna be patient with it. I'm not gonna sweat it. No big deal. When he gets the trailer out of there, it'll be easier for me to park mine. No problem. Well, so the trucks back towards my trailer that I was blocking in, at this point now, are ready to go. And so they're honking a horn, you know, 1 or 2 of them are honking horns. And I'm just sitting there, you know, just like, yep, yeah, I gotta wait too, you know. And then some other guy, he comes running up, you know, and another driver from another truck, he's like, hey, these guys need to get out. I was like, yeah, okay, which one? Oh, that one right there. Okay, sure, no problem. So I went ahead and I pulled straight up, and I pulled straight up to the point of which now I was blocking in the driver that had backed up cockeyed, okay? So I pulled up that far, and that was far enough for the driver of the truck closest to my cab to get out, and he did, and he got out, right? So then the second truck that was more towards the rear of my truck that I had earlier been blocking in goes to, and I'm watching this in my driver's rear view. He goes to start pulling out. He had hooked up to this trailer. He goes to start pulling out, and he never coupled his trailer. So he goes pulling out, and the trailer just falls off the back of his truck, basically. But he's got all his air lines and his electrical lines connected. And like the landing gear was only partially way up, and it was like he kind of got lucky on that part of it. But I guess like he had noticed soon enough that the trailer was still like hanging on by a thread to the frame of his truck. It was just hilarious, because the reason why it's so funny was because I had been watching these guys over there just, you know, like they were, you know, in a parking lot at high school, just bullshitting and goofing off with each other and having a good old grand time, you know, yapping and hollering and yelling and laughing and all this stuff, just completely oblivious to the fact that they're, you know, at work. Like, I don't know, it's just like And it goes to show you the mentality of some truck drivers. They're just like, think that they're just playing a game. Like, they think that this is just a freaking game. They do not take it very, I don't know, you know. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, the guy he hooked up his airlines, but he never coupled his trailer to his fifth wheel. And his landing gear was halfway down. And it's just like, I don't know, man. It was actually pretty funny to see, you know. And then this other guy who, you know, backed up into the trailer cockeyed like that, just like, dude, like, show a little pride in your work, man. I don't know. Just like back up to your trailer straight. Like, what's, you know, you think you're just on vacation? I don't know. It's a funny thing. I don't get it, man. But it was pretty funny. And then there was something else that happened too, and it's not coming to my mind right now. But it was pretty funny. The guy's trailer fell off the back of his truck, and next thing you know, he's hopping out of his truck and running around trying to cover up his mistake. He's hoping that, dear God, nobody saw it, you know, because that's a big mistake. I mean, like, if he had actually been able to make it down the road part way with his trailer not coupled properly, oh, you know, I mean, that's huge. That's a big time boo-boo. That's just, you know, that could really go seriously wrong. So I'm just saying, like, it's like the, you know, that's a pretty important part of the job, is to make sure your trailer is connected to your truck. Instead of just goofing off and acting like you're in high school still with your friends, you know, or whatever, you know, do your fucking job. I don't know. So, I don't know, it was funny. It was funny to see. But then there was something else. Yeah, I don't remember what it was, so I'll save it for another time. Alright. I guess I've blabbered enough for this video. Welcome to LA. See ya.